a shotgun build, but I'm on a bloodthirsty killing spree like
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
and this mop named Shotgun is perfect for the job. I'm doing the smash and go on NPC noobs, vets, and even smashing golden elites, my banditos. All to clear heroic content faster than ever. This build has 1.3 million armor, 231% crit damage, 35% amplified weapon damage, 12% damage to armor, 20% bonus weapon damage with each kill for 5 seconds, 30% long-term bonus weapon damage at full stacks, 3% armor regen, 20% armor on kill, and 30% bonus armor on kill. That's right, we're getting 650,000 total armor on kill without having any armor on kill on our gear. Wait, now that I think about it, this build is actually insane. Out of cover, face tanking without a shield in the Division 2 is basically like running around naked. This is how I feel. But this is probably what I really look like to the NPCs.
Come on, we're running, come on! Woo! Woo! We're streaking! We're streaking!
If you want to streak heroic fools like a madman jacked up on Mountain Dew, then stick around because I'm going to show you how to make this build. First, you better limber up. I confess, I'm on a shotgun kick right now, and I'm not ashamed. The power they bring to the table lets you do some neat things with your build. This build loadout is centered around the mop named Shotgun, which is actually a very, very good weapon. Our goal today is to create a fast-paced, no shield run and gun build. And to play out of cover, we're going to need both massive power and the ability to self-sustain our armor. There is an important balance between these two things. You don't want to go too high or too low on one or the other. These attributes need to be in harmony, and to do that right, we're going to create a get out of cover build from scratch. Hunter's Fury, no doubt, is the best gear set for shotgun builds, but it is not the best for the mop. There is too much redundancy. You're basically watering down the build when you pair the two together. You don't need any more armor on kill, and the stagger effect is so strong and the reload so fast with the mop you can manage without the disrupt on kill status effect. The mop is very unique. It's the only weapon in the game with a 10% armor on kill attribute. The reload speed and mag size are just right for running and gunning speeds. And the RPM and base damage has impressive staggering capabilities. But it's true that most agents are not leveraging this shotgun to maximize their build to its full potential. Many times, I see agents running preservation for the weapon talent, which gives you another 10 to 20% armor on kill. I see the appeal, but in most cases, that is a mistake, unless you're aiming for a maximum armor on kill build of sorts. But remember, you can't get that armor unless you get the kill, and maximum armor on kill builds are pretty much out of balance, and in my opinion, underpowered. If you are an effective killer, you're not going to need as much armor back on kill, plain and simple. So here's my build logic for the mop. Listen closely. Build loadouts only have 3 talent slots, one on the chest, one on the backpack, and one on the weapon. Armor on kill can be added to your build via brand attributes like Hunter's Fury, System Corruption, and BELSTONE give you, by secondary attributes like how the death grips, the gloves, give you 10% armor on kill, from talents like Preservation, Bloodsucker, and Clutch, and you can even get armor on kill from specializations like Gunner. My point is that you only have 3 talent slots and basically infinite ways to add armor on kill to your build. If you waste your talent slots for armor on kill, you're going to be missing out on a ton of weapon damage potential. Weapon talents bring a lot of damage to the table, so if you put Preservation there, you're missing out on 40% crit damage from Killer or 30% weapon damage from Optimus or Close and Personal, all of which are my recommendations for the mop. I don't recommend Pummel because the reload time on this weapon is 1.4 to 1.6 seconds with this setup. That's fast. So for this build, we're gonna have 20% armor on kill, just like Hunter's Fury. But with this build, we're getting another 30% bonus armor on kill for 50% total armor on kill, all without dedicating any talents or gear attributes to armor on kill. That's amazing. The mop is giving us 10%, and we're running gunner specialization to bring us up to 20% total armor on kill. Really, this is sufficient. With a close quarter combat build, if you're not chain killing, you're dying. So 20% per kill is plenty. We are wearing the Memento exotic backpack. This is absolutely the best in slot for this build. It's giving us the 3 rainbow cores and I have a crit damage mod on it. Going with Memento is better than Adrenaline Rush, Bloodsucker, and Unstoppable. It's all of those together and more. You can see we are highly rewarded on kill and trophy pickup. We have 1.3 million armor, and each trophy is giving us 30% bonus armor on top of the 20% base armor on kill, which totals out to 650,000 in armor. That bonus armor is our shield. It also procs Intimidate and amplifies our damage by 35%, so it's important. We're also getting 20% bonus weapon damage on kill from each trophy for 5 seconds from the Memento short-term buff, plus 30% weapon damage at full stacks on the Memento backpack, and Killer kicks in on kill by crit to give us 40% more crit damage for 10 seconds too. And since we're chain killing and clearing control points in 3 to 5 minutes, we are completely maximizing the build's potential, both short-term buffs and long-term buffs. And remember, that weapon damage short-term buff means a lot. 20% bonus weapon damage is a lot, which is why we want those red weapon damage cores and not too much armor. All of that is amplified by Intimidate when we also get the bonus armor. You see, that's why Memento is so important to this build. We get that 1 kill and we just get mega crit damage and amplified damage on top of bonus weapon damage. It's all stacking on each other. So basically what I'm saying, if you don't use a Memento, you're crazy. Moving on. If you've been following my channel for a while, then you know that it's not a tank build you need to face off with a mob of NPCs effectively. You've heard me say it before and I'll say it again. It's not about how much armor you have, but how fast you recover. And survivability isn't all about defense. It's about time to kill. It has to be quick because you don't want to be focused on a single target for too long or you'll be tagged in the back from an NPC at range. To be thorough, I'll say that no shield running and gunning isn't all build related. You also need good situational awareness, which includes knowing the NPC spawn points and timing, NPC archetype understanding, and you need to know the limits of your build. That's important. You also have to have some moves. The mask is Cheska. We have max crits on it. The chest piece is Grupo, also with max crits on it. The talent is Intimidate for 35% amplified weapon damage. It's perfect for this build. The mop performs best when you're super close, which synergizes nicely with this talent and the trophy drops from the Memento. The gloves are improvised, which allows us to have another 24% crit damage just from this single piece. Listen up. If you want alternatives to the improvised pieces, hang tight. I'll be providing those options in just a few moments. The knee pads are also improvised for max crits. I have armor on this piece. The holster looks just like the knee pads. All this together gives us 1.3 million armor. 1.1 million works fine too. That's where I started. But since we're shieldless, 1.3 million does a better job at keeping the bonus armor up, thus helping us keep Intimidate activated. That's the main reason we're running 1.3 million in armor. With all of this, we're at 191% crit damage. Killer on the mop gives us another 40% crit damage for a total of 231% crit damage. So no, I didn't notice a loss of power bumping the build up from 1.1 to 1.3 million armor. If you didn't know, 231% crit damage on a shotgun with a weapon base damage at 900,000 is absolute insanity. And with 12% damage to armor, 20% weapon damage bonus on kill, 30% more weapon damage at full stacks, with 35% amplified damage on top of it all, is what in the industry we call
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Hey, be sure to join my Discord if you haven't, and I appreciate the like, comment, and the subscribe if you like what I'm putting down. I got lots more where this came from. Notice I'm using the decoy and the banshee pulse, and the memento is giving those major buffs. In some cases, I see my banshee coming back around 6 to 8 seconds. These are important skills. They are what allow me to get within arm's length of the enemy, jump forwards, or buy myself breathing room if I need it. So if you want alts for the improvised pieces, I recommend this setup. You're losing 47% crit damage, but gaining 8% damage to armor and 8% damage to targets out of cover. Also 10% shotgun weapon damage. I stuck with the crit damage because it applies to everything I shoot for consistent damage. And although I know that the Fox's Prayer knee pads are best in slot on paper, in the field the build was performing better for me at 231% crit damage than with the Fox's Prayers. And damage to armor is multiplicative damage, but we already have 12% damage to armor, so the Contractor's gloves are additive to that, which means they might be giving us more power than the crit damage, but not a significant amount to be perceivable. It might be a wash or even a slight drop due to the loss of attribute slots in play. The 8% damage to targets out of cover is likely more helpful than the damage to armor. It is also multiplicative. But keep in mind that a 47% loss in crit damage and the loss in attribute slots, since it's also for rifles, it might be more power, it might be less. But in the field, it's not significant either way. In the testing range, in most cases, these named gloves and knee pads usually beat up builds with higher crits, so you know. You're playing close and taking down most enemies with just a few rounds. Be careful of explosive weak points though. Hazards like that are just as much of a threat as anything, so watch your aim. The bonus armor and armor on kill constantly save me on that note. Notice I have the 5% rate of fire mod on the magazine. That helps with the time to kill, but also with the staggering. This weapon does a darn good job at that. Pump out those rounds as fast as you can. Just be sure to be in close. It's easier to miss than you realize with these powerful shotguns. This will be great in heroic group play because you will be on the front line as your team is falling behind trying to keep up. So you will get those trophies, and better, they should be clearing out those threats in your peripheral, so things should go even more in your way. Legendary group play will be trickier though. The NPCs have a longer time to kill and you need to get in close, which is tricky with the white tusk. This build will work, but it won't be as fun as you see here on Heroic, where it is king. This double shoddy build is king. I just released it, and now with this mod build, I feel like I'm cheating on my girlfriend with my wife. If you want to 1-2 tap Heroic Elites and solo Legendary with a shotgun build and have just as much fun as you saw here in this video, then check out this double shoddy build featuring the rock and roll named shotgun and the M870. Tuxedo out.
YouTube, on Discord, on Twitch. Get onto my platform. Come on, make the switch. Follow me to glory on Insta, my story. Follow me on everything, or you will be fucking sorry. Follow me on everything. Follow me.
No way.
Frank!
Hey, honey. Hey,
What the hell are you doing?
we're streaking. We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium.
Who's streaking?
There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
Now!
Okay.